everyone, it's Hadriana Leo here, your undercover Cinderella, and it's time for another Cinderella Diaries. This one is hot off the presses because this is all about everything that happened to me today. But in particular, I want to share with you, hey, AC3, how are you, my friend? I really want to share with you my experience today. And I kind of work with a title here of I can have it all and dot dot dot. I'll tell you why. When I'm talking about Cinderella Diaries, I'm talking about women who are stepping out of the fairy tale and into real life magical outcomes for themselves. But what I find happening is this: myself, as a wealthy woman on purpose, as someone who's going out there and hustling hard every day, I found myself saying, I can have it all, but. I can have it all, but. And I was negating everything I had said before by saying, I can have it all, and then following it with, but. And I'll tell you why, how I caught myself. I was talking to my coaches today. And I don't know how people go through the world without a coach, a mentor, someone that you can be that can be a trusted sounding board for you. But I was talking to my coaches today, and I remember I said to them, I shared in our conversation that I have a lot of balls in the air, and that's fine. I do. Listen, I have a real estate investing corporation. I have my Money Navigators Corporation. I'm helping my husband manage his construction business. Plus, I have my little gigs that I do on the side, singing, emceeing, and all that jazz. And I still have to be a wife. I still have to be a mom. And somewhere in there, I have to take care of myself. Here's the truth: when you have been brave enough to commit yourself and go after the wealth that you know is out there for you, those extraordinary financial outcomes, it can scare the bejeebies out of anybody. But what it does is it creates a really powerful driver. It creates a really powerful, get things done spirit. It really pushes you. And when you have discovered that compelling raison d'etre, that reason why you're here, and nothing's going to change that, when you've discovered that, it's hard to just sit back and chill because you feel that you have so much to get done. And that was my experience, especially through this year. While others were having some challenges, my challenge through the last year has been, how can I get more done? Because my vision, my drive got even more fiery. It got hot. It got hotter, hotter, hotter. It got even more compelling. And what happened? I didn't burn out, but I could see myself burning out not long from now. And I would not have burned out on account of having done, burning the candle at both ends. I would have burnt out from the sheer effort to keep it all together, for the most part, on my own. And what I discovered in talking with my coaches today is that I can have it all, and because there's nothing negative in the experience of having it all, but I will share with you what I learned. And you know what? I actually already knew this and had to be reminded of it today, because this is stuff that I know. This is stuff that I talk to my clients about. But for myself, I had to be reminded. I had to get a check. I had someone had to check me. So here's what I can share with you. Do not lose that power of the dream. Do not let go of that vision of your life the way you have been born to live it. That compelling, purpose driven vision of your life, the impact you want to have on the world, the freedom that you want to create for yourself and for those you love. All of that is there for a reason. Do not lose that. What we can do in order for us to have some grace as we hustle. And I'm neither here nor there about the word hustle, but you know what I mean. Have some grace as we go after our dreams. The first thing I would say is you need, or we need, I'm going to say we because it's me too. As we go after that wealth, as we go after those outcomes, the dream, we need systems and strategies. And one of the things that I really, really had to make peace with was that I can't have it all, and I need to put some systems in place. I can have it all, and I need some strategies for managing all of the many bits and pieces in the puzzle that is my journey to wealth. I can have it all, and everything can work symbiotically. So, what did I do? I made a call today. As soon as I was done with my coach this afternoon, I made a call today and I said, okay, I'm outsourcing this task. I need to meet with you for us to see how we can streamline this. Yes, I can have it all, and I can implement systems and strategies to make that happen. Mind blowing for me. Something new, not new at all, but definitely something that I had lost sight of. The second thing was, and this might be strange to you, but I need to lighten up. You need to lighten up on your journey to wealth. And I'm not talking about, taking care of yourself, rest and relaxation. Yes, that is important as well. I think I've spoken about this before in previous Cinderella Diaries episodes. But when I say lighten up, in my case, in my experience, what I'm dealing with myself is that I feel so driven with the goal that this is serious stuff for me. I don't know about you, but when I landed on why I do what I do, it's no joke. I say to people, I'm light and I'm funny, and I keep things moving. That's my personality. But make no bones about it, what I do changes people's lives. And I am that serious about it, and I don't mess around with it. But by golly, I was so on mission that I didn't even have time to see something funny on the road. I was so focused on my mission and how big and grand it is and how much impact I know it can produce, that I failed to just have some fun on the way. I'm laughing now because it's so ridiculous. How can I empower and inspire others to wealth when my example of wealth is so serious? I mean, yes, I'm driven. And yes, I see impact. But for myself, everything was just so doggone serious. And today I was reminded that I can lighten up a little. I can take it easy. I can relax. I can see something and just enjoy it for the sake of it being whatever it is. It doesn't all have to mean something. It all doesn't all have to go somewhere. Ah, such a relief to give myself the permission, the opportunity to give myself the gift of a lighter spirit as I go after my dream. And yes, it's still very serious business. Yes, the outcomes are still revolutionary for the people that I work with. And it will be for them, for myself, and for anyone else that I touch, because I'm here to inspire the world. But I can have some fun along the way. And by golly, that's what that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to lighten up. So the last thing I wanted to share before I run off, my coach shared with, well, she didn't share this with me. I took this out of our interaction today. The things that I want for myself, they're right there. They're literally laid out as a buffet. Everything I need for my wealth journey is already there. But sometimes it takes someone else's eyes to help you see it. That thing, imagine remember I told you I made a phone call as soon as I was done with my coach. I didn't have to go looking for the support. I didn't have to go asking people, where can I get this? It was there all the time But because of the way I was looking at the whole situation, I didn't tap into it. So the thing that I would like for you to consider is, how can you get the support you need, not so much for the tools and the strategies, because we talked about that before, systems and strategies, but how can you get that second set of eyes? How can you get that person or that thing, that strategy, that resource that's going to help you to see your challenge through a different perspective? That's what I get out of my coaching relationships, tantamount more than anything I could ever pay money for. That perspective, that opportunity that I have to step away from the situation and give it to someone else and have them say, oh, but what about this? Or, oh, but have you thought about that? Could this work differently? It really is, I think, for me, life changing. I know the power of going after that dream. And I know, I can tell, I've said this before. My Prince Charming is fantastic. He's awesome and all that good stuff. But make no mistake, if I have to do this alone, I will do it. However, if I can get the support of some aligned, like minded company on my journey, I will take it. And that comes for me in access to some trusted voices, some trusted eyes. I would not recommend that anyone do that wealth journey alone. Yeah, you can, but we can do it better. We can do it differently if we do it with some support. I think we can do it with more grace as well if we do it with some support. The journey to wealth does not have to be all serious. It doesn't have to consume you to the point where you can't see anything else, and you don't have to do it alone. So, the next time you think about all of the moving parts in your life, in your journey, in your getting after that wealth, getting after those results that you want, whether you're just trying to free yourself from some debt, whether you're just trying to get your head in the right place, or if you're ready to do some legacy planning, if you're ready to do some investing, if you're ready to do some X factor financial outcomes, that wherever you happen to be on that spectrum, I'm going to invite you to not let it consume you to the point that you lose sight of all the other beautiful, joyful experiences that surround you. Lighten up. The sky is not falling. Lighten up, because there are already enough grumpy, grouchy, straight faced people out there. Lighten up, because our journey to wealth must be one we can look back on and still say, yes, that is a great journey. That was a great experience. I'm going to talk to you next week about the finish line and why I no longer subscribe to a finish line. That's going to be fun. But for now, I hope that your wealth journey does not have but in it, but we can put in and. I and you can have it all. And dot, dot, dot. That's it for me tonight. This was so good for me, so cathartic. I hope it does something great for you as well. Keep in mind that should you need to talk to someone about where you are with your wealth, what's burning, what's kind of uncomfortable, where would you like to be, reach out to me. Drop a message in my DMs, schedule a free strategy session. Let's talk. There's no need for you to do this alone. Besides, I'm great company. So here's to another Cinderella Diaries entry. And here's to you having a wonderful journey to financial freedom, to a life of purpose and impact, to you having some extraordinary financial outcomes. Here's to you. All right. Good night, everyone.